Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Happy Sunday to you all. Thank you for joining in the live chat as always. So I'm on my way to do a little bit of shopping for the Battered Women's Shelter, and I'm going to make a few stops at a few different places. Obviously, first place I'm going to stop at is going to be the local Walmart, right? Because I think that is probably the place where I can get the most bang for my buck. I'm looking to get some baby blankets there and some coloring books and crayons, and we'll see if they have good prices on their personal hygiene items, you know, like personal size deodorants, toothbrushes, toothpaste, things like that, right? The next place I'm going to make a stop at is going to be more than likely Costco's or Fred Meyer's. I want to get a whole bunch of baby wipes. And what else am I getting today? I had a list, but I forgot it at work. But I have a pretty good memory. Just kidding, I have a terrible memory. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to each place. I'm going to put this on high speed. That way you guys don't have to listen to me talk for as long as it takes me to get to each place. But as you can see, that the rain that we've had has done a pretty good job at clearing up the air. So the air is pretty good today. The air quality is pretty good, and even though rain stops progress at the house as far as finishing projects that are outside, it is very well welcomed, because as you can see, it has cleaned up the air some, and we can even see just a tiny bit of blue in the sky, although it's supposed to rain all weekend long and also into Monday. So the clouds are a welcome sight, because hopefully we'll get more rain to help put out those. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we are entering into what is called a transfer site. And as I previously mentioned, a transfer site is nothing more than a garbage collection site, which is somewhat organized, or I would say pretty well organized, all right? And you don't just drop off garbage here. You can also drop off things that you are not going to use anymore and you don't feel like putting on Craigslist or anything like that and selling. So you can pretty much donate it to the community. And let me show you real quick. Although it doesn't look like much, this area right here is where people put things that are somewhat reusable. Like there's a couch right here right now. There's refrigerators. Let me go ahead and turn around so you guys can get a good sight of it. So right in this area right here, you can see a whole bunch of stuff. There's a couch with a bed. I mean, that doesn't look usable to me, but some people actually come over here and they scour through all of these dumpsters in these areas, and they look at that. I see a weight there. That would probably come in handy, actually. Yeah. And some people come in here and they scour through these dumpsters, and they actually make money, because they'll take some things that are still serviceable and they'll refurbish it, and they'll put it on Craigslist or on Facebook, wherever, you know, they may be, whatever social media they're using or platform they're using to sell their items, and they'll make a few dollars off of it. So nothing wrong with that, really. And here, all these dumpsters that you see right here lined up, this is just where we come and throw our garbage out. So anything that you want to throw out, you just put it in here, and that's it, you're free to go. So let me go ahead and get my garbage out, and then we'll head over to my gas station so I can get some coffee. I really splurge on coffee, and sometimes I feel bad about it, but it's really not that much. At least for me, it's not. I spend on average about $1.50 a day on my coffee, or $1.58. $1.58 is what my coffee costs me, and I come and get one every day that I go to work. I stop by and get one, unless I'm running late, which I usually am not. And on the weekends, if I have any chores to do in town, I'll always stop by here and get one as well, because the coffee here is really good. It's called North Pole Coffee, and they roast it here in the North Pole. And what I mean by the North Pole is the town of North Pole, right? The actual town North Pole is about, I want to say 30 to 40 miles from where I live. So it's not that far away, and it's like Christmas there all year round. So if you go there anytime during the year, it's like a little Christmas town. All right, and that's where they get the coffee from. And the kind that I get is called Saint Nickerdoodle, and it's very tasty, very, very good. I can't say it's as good as Bustelo, but for on the go, it's really good. I really like it. It's got a different flavor profile than the Bustelo does, but other than that, it's really, really good. So we will see you guys here in a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got my coffee now. Got a little bit of a pep in my step now. You know, I forgot to tell you guys, today is the rain and the clouds have really done us a lot of justice. I'm actually wearing my fall jacket today because it's like 63 degrees outside, which is nice. So I figure I wear my fall jacket, which kind of acts as my wallet. I keep all my stuff in it because it's got a lot of pockets. But now we're gonna head on over to, I actually have to stop off at Home Depot today because I need to pick up a dehumidifier. I noticed over the last couple of years that the utility space under my house that I have dried in and maintains heat for my utilities and some of my storage stuff, it seems like the humidity in there is a little high. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a dehumidifier at Home Depot because they have one on for sale today. So I'm gonna grab one in and see if it helps. The only concern I have is wondering if it'll bring the temperature of that space up. All right, I don't want it to bring the temperature up too high. As long as it stays below 65 down there during the summer months, I'm good with it. But we're gonna give it a try and see if it helps. I'm sure it will help the humidity in there. Not really having any problems with mold or anything like that down there, thank goodness. But it would be nice if the humidity level went down in that space. Right now it's probably in the 70s, 65, 70s, which to me that's a bit too high. So we're gonna see if we can fix that. Alrighty, we're here at Home Depot, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna find me a parking spot and go grab me that dehumidifier. Now, I'm normally a Lowe's guy. I like Lowe's better than Home Depot. Why is that? I can't speak for every Lowe's and every Home Depot, but I do know that the customer service at Lowe's here, to me, is much superior to that of Home Depot. However, after doing a little research and looking at all the dehumidifiers that were available at Lowe's and at Home Depot's, I found one at the right price, the right size that I needed. And you know what? After looking at every dehumidifier that I found, they're all made in China. So not too much of a difference, I'm assuming, in quality. And the price is right. We're all done at Home Depot, and now we are headed to Walmart, which is coincidentally right next door to Home Depot. All I have to do is just cross the street and we're right there. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you don't mind me bringing you along on my ride while I'm doing my chores and doing a little bit of shopping that I need to do for the battered women's shelter. I just thought that maybe you might, I mean, I'm sure some people might, but you might not mind coming along on a ride with me today. This is what every day is like in Alaska. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? One of the things that I like about Alaska is that It's a little bit in slower motion than what I've experienced in the lower 48. I'm sure there's other states in the lower 48 that are, you know, like slow motion, like, you know, a little laid back. But I haven't visited every state in the United States. And Alaska, to me, from the states that I have visited, is a little slower than what I consider normal, and I am just fine with that. I like being able to not be in a rush to do things. And when I first got here, it was kind of a culture shock, because we go to a restaurant and it's very laid back, meaning that, you know, the waiter or waitress got there when they got there to take your order, and, you know, the food got there when it got there. So it was kind of a culture shock, and I was like, man, this is terrible service. It's not really terrible service, it's just the culture up here, which you get used to it. And, you know, after time, I think it's better. You know, I think it's better to not be in a rush. I try to make it a point to never be in a rush to do things, because when you're in a rush to do things, that's when, you know, things go wrong. You know, that's when you make mistakes. That's why I've always made it a rule, which I broke a couple of times this last week working on the roof, but I've always made it a rule that if I come home from work, I won't work, you know, around the house or with power tools or anything like that, like doing any building, more than 2 hours after I get home. Because after already being at work all day, you know, getting up early, getting ready for work, going to work, being at work, and coming home and then working, you know, after being at work all day, you go and you start doing more work, and you might start getting sloppy or unsafe because you're just tired and you want to get the job done, but you start making mistakes that make you do even more work later on, because, you know, you're trying to do something while you're tired and you're not really concentrating. However, like I said, this week there was a couple of days where I did work a little later than what I normally would like to work, you know, at home during the work week. But it's because it had to get done. It was a no-fail mission, which is a good thing, because it actually rained pretty good the day after we got that roof completed, you know, and waterproofed. So, well, here we are. We are at our local Walmart, and I'm going to go in there now, and I'm going to do some shopping. So we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about $350 in, and now we're headed to Costco to see if we can pick up some baby wipes and some diapers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are headed to Costco's. First, I'm going to stop and get some gas at the Costco gasoline station. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just got my load of water, headed home. I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up so you guys can enjoy the scenery. It looks like the sun came out while I was inside of Costco's. So we'll talk to you guys when we get home and spread everything out so I can show you what we all got. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is everything that you guys paid for. So I'm going to go through everything that we got here, and then after this, we're going to pack this up, put it in the truck, and bring it over to the shelter. I already spoke to them, and they're waiting for me. And I just wanted to show you everything that we got before we brought it in. And let me tell you, for a person that does not like to shop, this was a task for me. because I try to find the best deal for everything. But let's start it off, right? I'm pretty excited to show you guys this. Let's start from top to bottom. So I ended up getting 2 big packs of Pampers. All right, let's see, this one right here is a box of 192 packs of diapers, not Pampers, but diapers, from newborn to 14 pounds. And then I got a box of 174 from 12 pounds to 18 pounds, okay? And then I also got, I thought it'd be nice to get one of these wipes. These are flushable wipes, but they're more intended for like cleaning up your body, all right? And not for your, your hind end and stuff like that. But this is, I figured that maybe some ladies may need to use some of these, all right? Depending on, if they need to use them. Let's just put it at that, okay? And I ended up getting 2 big boxes of baby wipes. Those 2 right there. And those are 900 counts each. And as you can see, I got these at Costco. All right, so let's go ahead and start from left to right. What you see here is I got 20 full-size bath towels. I ended up getting 20 hand cloths or washcloths. I ended up getting 20 coloring books with 20 small packs of crayons. And I got a couple of these big packs of crayons in case they have like a centralized location where kids can go and color instead of taking it with them. All right, let's see what else we got. I ended up getting 2 12 packs of women's socks. I figured that these would be easy for them to put on, and these would fit just about any female, any woman that needs socks. So there's 24 pairs of socks there. And I got, let me see, those come in, let me see what these come in, I forgot. Those come in 6s. I got 3 packs of onesies for 0 to 3 month olds. I got 2 10 packs of baby cloths for like washing, or baby washcloths. I ended up getting 4 packs of baby blankets. All right, so these are all baby blankets right here. And these are the washcloths. I got 2 packs of those, and then I got 3 packs of the onesies, right? And then to finish it off, ladies and gentlemen, I ended up getting some other personal hygiene things. I ended up getting 20 packs of floss. I ended up getting 20 tubes of toothpaste. They're all the same. And I ended up getting a total of, there's gotta be like 80 toothbrushes, all right? They're not like the brand name toothbrushes, like Oral-B or something like that. But I figured that to get the best bang for your buck, that I would get something that is good enough to last them, a few weeks. Because one of these toothbrushes, if you use it every day, twice a day, will last you a month or so, all right, before you have to replace it. And I also got a few packs of toothbrushes that are like for kids. All right, I ended up getting 4 packs of 6. So I ended up getting like 24 toothbrushes that are kids toothbrushes, and then a total of like 60 toothbrushes that are adult toothbrushes. And then lastly, I ended up getting 20 sticks of deodorant. I mixed it up a little bit because they ran. I got all of these that were there, all of the Lady Speed sticks. So I ended up filling in the gap with some of the Suave deodorants. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, everything came out to, I don't have the receipt right here, but I think the Walmart haul was like $367. And the Costco haul was like $144 or something like that. So anyways, it ended up coming up to a little over $500. And so every penny that was donated was used, and then maybe a few dollars of my money went into it, but that's no big deal. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We're going to pack this up. We're going to put it in the truck. All right, I'll take you along on our ride. I know we've been riding around a lot today. All right, but I want to take you along on our ride to go down there. And I don't think that I'm allowed to film in there. I already asked them, and since it's the weekend, none of their supervisors are there, all right, or administrators are there. So they're not going to be able to do any interview or anything like that. But I'll go ahead and bring you along on the ride and bring you all the way up to when I enter the facility, all right, or when I get to the facility, and you'll be able to see what it looks like outside and everything. It just happens that the shelter we're going to is right across the road from the food bank. So the last charity that we did, if you guys remember, we did a run to the food bank, and this shelter is right across the road from that food bank. So I know exactly where I'm going, and they are expecting me here in about an hour or so. So we will see you when we hit the road. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are. I called ahead and they told me to just pull in here, and this is where we're going to do our drop off. I'll probably have to go in there and make sure that I'm in the right spot. So I will talk to you guys on the way back, okay? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just dropped off the donation, and they were very appreciative of it and thankful. And I was actually told to say thank you very much to the community for your contributions that allowed me to do this for you guys in your guys' name. All right, so thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I truly appreciate it. Again, I'm sorry that I couldn't take any videos in there, especially in a place like this. They probably don't want any videos or recordings going on, and I have to respect that, especially being a place where, you know, battered women transition over to, you know, either another location or housing or things like that. Okay, so I apologize for that, but they were very nice and appreciative. I think that I would really like to make this charity one of our regular charities. All right, I'm hoping to do maybe like 3 or 4 charities a year. I think that our next charity is going to be the homeless shelter, and I think what we'll do is we'll save up our pennies and our dollars that I receive until just before winter starts, because I know that here in the winter time homelessness is a very big problem, especially being with the temperatures that we have outside. So I think that the homeless shelter will make a very good place to donate to right before it starts getting really cold outside. Right, so I'm not going to go ahead and continue recording, because really my memory card is running out of room, and I'm sure that this video has gone on long enough as it is. All right, so again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for all of you that donated towards the fund and allowing this to happen. It's pretty awesome, and it's a great feeling. Actually, I feel kind of guilty because I'm the one that gets to feel really great about doing this, and you guys are the ones that donated the funds. All right, all I did was put in a little bit of my time to do this. So thanks again. I want to remind you guys, I know this is way off topic, but I did hear that Oxen Farms is extending their sale. So for those of you that still haven't taken advantage of it, if you want to take advantage of that sale, 40% off doesn't come around very often. And I really want to keep saying it because for those of you that maybe haven't heard or haven't taken advantage of it for whatever reason, you still have a chance to go over there and pick yourselves up whatever it is that you may want to try or stock up on. All right. I actually talked to, well, not talked, I emailed back and forth to my, I'll call him my handler, and asked him, hey, listen, I'm doing all of these reviews for you guys, and I'm promoting your product because I really like it and believe in it, but I can't even have it mailed to me in Alaska. Is there anything you can do about it? And they said that they're going to look into it, and I think worst case scenario may be that I may be able to place an order myself for it, and them ship it to me, of course paying for it, but then them ship it directly to me instead of going through the system. So I don't know, I kind of feel bad for doing that because, you know, not everyone else that lives in Alaska or Hawaii can do it, but the truth is that I want to take advantage of their sales when they have sales as well, and I can't. And if they're not willing to do it for everyone, but they're willing to cut me a break and do it for me, then I will take advantage of it if I can. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for joining in today. You guys know that this is one of the highlights of my week, is to spend time with you guys chatting live and seeing all of you come on. So thank you for being here today and being a part of this chat. All right, so having said that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So remember to be good to each other, because when good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper, and I am out.